If you're struggling to get sharp product photos and you get nice setup, good lighting and great tripod, but still your photos look soft, here is the most common mistakes that beginners do when it comes to product photography. Here's the thing, sharpness is not about having great camera, it's also about understanding that the little things can add up and cause softness in your scene. And honestly, most people are messing up the basics. I've been there, so let me show you how to get crispy clean commercial photos for your product. First up, autofocus is not your friend here. You might think it knows what to focus on, but when it comes to product photography, autofocus loves grabbing the edges, the corners, or the reflections. So just switch to manual focus and trust me on this, bro. And this right here is called focus peaking. Turn on that on your camera settings and it will show you exactly what's on focus. It will show you the focus area in a different color. For example, in my Canon, it shows it in red. As you are adjusting the focus ring, the sharp areas literally lights up in red, so you're not guessing anymore. You can literally see what's on focus. Now let's talk about shutter speed. You're on a tripod, right? Alright, cool. That doesn't mean you can set your shutter speed to 1 second and expect perfection. Even the tiniest movement can cause shake in your scene. Touching your camera or even pressing the shutter button can cause micro shake. So here's how to fix it. First, you can set a timer on your camera. 2, you can use a remote control. 3, you can use any app that allow you to control your camera. And your shutter speed, keep it at least 3 times the focal length. For example, if you are shooting a 50mm, make sure your shutter speed is 1/150. That's if you are hand holding the camera. If you are using a tripod, you can go slower than that, but make sure you are not touching the camera as you are taking the shot, as we mentioned before. By the way, if you are enjoying the video, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel. I know it's tempting to shoot at f1.8, 2.8 to get that creamy background, but when it comes to product photography, that's not what you want. What you want is sharp product. You need everything in focus. And for that, you need to use f8, f9, or f22 if you want to. By the way, f8, f9, f11, that's the sweet spot for your lens. That basically means that your lens performs the best in terms of sharpness. You see, lenses are exactly like our eyes. Let me ask you this. If you are trying to focus in something that is far away, what do? Basically, you squint your eyes to see and focus clear. The same thing happens when you shoot at f8, f9. You are basically squinting your lens to get sharp images. Keep your ISO as low as possible. ISO 100, 200 is fine. Higher ISO can cause noise in your scene, and that noise can translate to softness and also not sharp images. So if your scene is dark, do not crank up the ISO. Slow down your shutter speed or add more lights. Let's talk about the most underappreciated gear in photography. The tripod. People treat this as if it's some stick with legs, but actually in product photography, this is your friend. It holds your camera exactly where you want it, no shake, no micro movements, and that stability can give you the freedom to slow down your shutter speed as low as a full second if your scene needs it, and you don't have to worry about the shakiness or blurriness as long as you're not touching the camera. And if your tripod is one of those $15, $20 tripod that wobbles whenever someone sneezes in the next room, upgrade it. You don't have to break the bank when buying a tripod, but at least make sure it's a solid tripod. Because no matter how good is your camera and how sharp is your lens, if your tripod sucks, your photo will too. Here is some bonus tips. This one is specific for labels, texture, or any logos in your product. You can ask your clients to send you a PNG of the logo or the label of the product, and then you can add that later in Photoshop. Number 2, you can use focus stacking. Focus stacking is basically taking the same image at different focus point. Later on, you can blend them all together in Photoshop and you have one focused product. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.